Are you serious? Are we on the brink of the war? Are we on the brink of Middle East war? Israel, Lebanon, Syria, and Russia? What? Russia? Get a cup of coffee. Get ready to explain. Has the bear of the north been awoken? Now, get a cup of coffee and settle down just a minute so I can explain this to you. Are you serious, Russia? Are you serious, Russia? Well, Russia slams Israel because of their attack on Syria, while U.S. forces are on high alert in Jordan. Nick of New York got this to me. Of course, you find it in Depka file. The Syrian announcement of an Israeli airstrike on a military site near Damascus yesterday, January 30th, 2013, drew strong condemnation from Moscow. The next day, such action, if confirmed, would amount to unacceptable military interference. If the war-ravaged country said that the statement issued by Russian Foreign Ministry Thursday, if this information, that's today, January 31st, 2013, if the information is confirmed, then we are dealing with unprovoked attacks on a target on the territory of a sovereign country, which blatantly violates the UN Charter and is unacceptable, no matter the motives, to justify it. Unquote. Israel has made no comment on the Damascus statement, which described in detail an Israeli airstrike against a military research institute near the capital of Damascus. Witnesses say it was a plant for manufacturing, quote, unconventional weapons. The facility was destroyed and the 2 staff members were killed. Now, Lebanese sources later reported a Russian MiG-31 fighter jet had crossed over the Sinai yesterday, in the direction of Israel. Listen to me again. A Russian MiG-31 fighter jet was seen flying over the Sinai Peninsula, headed right for Israel. So in other words, crossing Egyptian airspace. As it got close to Israel, it veered west over the Mediterranean after encountering an Israeli warning shot not to intrude into its airspace, and continued flying over Lebanon. Debka Files military sources say that the only external military force in the eastern Mediterranean region is a fleet of 18 Russian warships, which include landing craft among the largest in the Russian Navy, including 2,000 Russian Marines. According to various Middle East sources, the Syrian report of an Israeli airstrike has touched off high military alerts across the entire Mideast region. Syria has put its Golan Heights forces on Israel's border on combat readiness, and the Lebanese and Jordanian armies are on high alert. So too are the Russian fleet opposite Syria and the Lebanese army. Our military sources report that the Turkish units on the Syrian border are on high preparedness, although played down the reports of the Israeli airstrike in Syria. Uncomfortable over the fact that the Israeli Air Force was the first external power to intervene directly into the Syrian conflict, so too are the United States. Their Air Force units stationed at the Turkish air base, the U.S. Special Forces deployed in Jordan, and the German and Dutch Patriot missiles interceptors deployed in Turkey opposite of Syria. Israel has been on high alert since last week. The prevailing estimate in military and intelligence circles in Washington, D.C., and at NATO capitals is that the Israeli airstrike on Syria's military site near Damascus was but the opening shot for the coming round of military blows they expect to be exchanging in the very near future between Israel, Syria, and Hezbollah of southern Lebanon. Also, there's the Iranian possibility waiting in the wings for a chance to pitch in. This is the brink of the World War III. But listen to some of the players. If you know about Ezekiel 38, you know about Gog and Magog. Now, I know that's a war in the end, and it's out there a little bit. But you got to get the players all ready to go. Turkey, Russia, Libya, Iran. I mean, you got to get all these players ready so that they're able. Ethiopia is the fifth one. You have to get them all ready to prepare for the attack of the final day, the final battle, the final moment. Meanwhile, before we get that far into biblical prophecy, slow down a moment and just look at the situation as it is now. Very fluid situation. Israel can sense Iran is finishing off enrichment of uranium. And if they did blow up the Fordow nuclear plant, America's not confirming it, and Iran's not confirming it, but Israel is saying, yes, we did. The London Times says they did. Deb Kafile says they did. And several other news agencies. So let's say they did. It sounds like they have. And the Fordow nuclear plant has been destroyed. Well, it doesn't completely stop Iran from finishing a nuclear weapon. Nor does it stop countries like Russia or North Korea from selling already ready to go nuclear warhead and missiles to the Iranians. Keeping that in mind, you have the Syria meltdown in what looks like the end of Assad. Russia says no, but Obama of America said yes, he must go. And now Israel flies into Syria, blows up the convoy with Russian missiles and anti-aircraft interceptors, blows up the entire convoy and goes with 12 warplanes. And there is 12 tribes of Israel, by the way. And then they go on in deep into Syria, deep into Damascus, and blow up this research center that is the brains behind conventional, unconventional weaponry, chemical warfare. Russia on high alert. Russia MiG starts flying toward Israel. Did this Russian MiG actually think it was going to go into Israel and make a strike? Israel saw it coming, fired a shot, and the Russian MiG veered and went over top Lebanon airspace to get away. This was just a warning by both sides. This is a world in danger, folks. And according to Bible prophecy, in Psalms 83, Israel will be surrounded by its enemies. Let me read it to you again. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies have made a turmoil, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They've taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. And they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Will the United States step up soon and guarantee the protection of Israel? I think they will. I'm not so sure it's the highest priority on President Obama's list, but I still think they will. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace.